Hi guys, I'm Phatmojo here, and today I've got the rest of the Poppy Playtime Series 2 minifigures. So I have all of them now. Let's get into a review. Starting off with Red Huggy, he's a very neat minifigure. Of course, he's based on the Red Mini Huggy from Wacka Wuggy in Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. I mean, all of these characters are going through like a Chapter 2 thing. So you've got all four of the Mini Huggies, which are from Wacka Wuggy, of course. Then you got Bunso. Then you got Mummy Longlegs, of course. Player with the green hand, so that's Chapter 2 player. Kissy Missy, who also appears in Chapter 2. PJ. And Poppy, who has a big role in Chapter 2. But anyway, getting back to Red Huggy. Yeah, he's a very neat minifigure. I like how he's different from all the mini Huggies because he doesn't have a grab pack in his hand. But his mouth is open and it's got teeth in it, and with all these guys, their mouths are closed and they have a grab pack in their hand. Well, this guy has a grab pack coming out of his mouth. But anyway, now when we're talking about mini Huggies, let's move on to Blue Huggy, who is a very neat minifigure. Loads of people were thinking this was just normal Huggy Wuggy at first. I mean, on the listing for the minifigures on Smith's Toys Superstores on the website, you can go check it now. It just says him as Huggy Wuggy, but this isn't Huggy Wuggy. This is obviously the Blue Mini Huggy. This is in the same style. This is just not Huggy Wuggy. But yeah, he's a very cool minifigure. So that is all the Wacka Wuggies. Of course, there's 4 colours of them. I think in Project Playtime there's like a pink Kissy Missy like one. But this is Poppy Playtime Chapter 2, which there's 4 colours. So yeah, they look really good together. Now moving on to Bunso. So here is Bunso, a very cool minifigure. I wasn't expecting him to be... I mean, he's a little smaller than I expected he would be, but that's probably because the product images make some of these figures so large. But he's got a lot of detail. He's a very cool minifigure. His leg is placed like that. Like, mine is not bent, they're all like this, to help him balance, but it looks really weird and strange. Like, I don't know if people can bend their legs like that, and I don't think Bunso Bunny would be able to do it either. But I guess if you place him like this, you can't really see it. Anyway, moving on to Mummy Longlegs. Mummy Longlegs was probably my second favourite minifigure because, you know, PJ is definitely the coolest one. Except for, he does have one minor issue, which I'm going to do a review on all 10 figures altogether as a Poppy Playtime 2nd anniversary special next week. So I'll talk more about each figure in that as a full in-depth review. So stay tuned in about a week's time on the 12th of October for that. But anyway, moving back to Mummy Longlegs, she's a very cool minifigure. A massive improvement from the Series 1 Mummy Longlegs minifigure, which didn't look really good. And what most people have pointed out is, if it can focus, as blue as a mini Huggy Wuggy plush, a blue Huggy Wuggy plush, which looks exactly like, if I just get him out, there it is. Literally just a tiny version of this guy, but with no paint on him at all. Because if you look, they're in like the same pose. I mean, you can see, look, he's even got like all the fur detail and like his smile and his 2 eyes. I mean, that's just incredible detail for such a small minifigure. And on the other side, he's got the scary face, which obviously this Jumbo Huggy figure also has that scary face. Well, here's the back of Mummy Longlegs. Very good minifigure, definitely an improvement from Series 1. So that is all 10 minifigures. I have all 10 of them now. Now, I haven't got a single duplicate, which is really good, because I've been good at feeling them. And, well, these 2, which were the last 2 I got, were actually at a B&M where there's ripped out of the bags. I mean, the bags were ripped, but the figures were still in there, hadn't been touched, luckily. But they still let me buy them, which is good, because it was the last two I needed. Which, I did a post about that. It was before I went back and got these two back, because they looked like they had cleaned up some of it, but people had come back and ripped open two more bags, which were these two. Which, you know, the post that I made talking about how it was literally like 10 bags ripped open. I mean, typical Britain for you, I guess. But anyway, that is all 10 minifigures. They look really good together. I'm glad I haven't got any duplicates, because that saved me about £20 or more, which I do not want to be spending an extra £20 right now, because I'm saving up for FNAF Advent Calendar. In December, I'll do daily shorts on that. So if you don't have the Advent Calendar then and still want to know what's inside, or if it's arriving a bit late for you, I don't recommend you watch my shorts in December, but either way, I'll be uploading shorts for 24 days in a row in December. From the 1st to the 24th, might do one on the 25th, about the Advent Calendar. So that'll be a lot of reviews coming out then. In terms of shorts, not full videos, but still. Poppy Playtime Series 2 is really good. Of course, next week I'm going to be doing a full review of all 10 of them together. Going way more in depth, probably going to be a really big video. But yeah, stay tuned for that if you want to know even more about these figures, like how I got them, the rarities, because I found out that actually 3 of these figures, just like in Series 1, are actually ultra rare figures, so you only get 1 of them per case. And I didn't know that until I looked on the Smith's listing on the website. So I'll talk more about stuff like that in the next video. So that is all for this video today, guys. Bye!